Okay,
There you go. All right.
thanks. Thank
Today,
you. You remember today. Yay.
I did. I'm talking
How are
about
you?
recording.
Oh,
I'm gonna remember.
yeah. Question for you. It's a concern that I have.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm not as far as I need to, like I should be with how the classes are going. Am I,
No,
should I have, should no?
no,
Because
no,
I feel, I don't know why, but I feel a little behind.
no. This it's normal. It's um
Oh,
it's normal. It's because you probably had much higher
expectations of
expectations.
myself.
Yes,
Yes,
about the class, and
yes.
and it that's why in the beginning, anybody who signs up for the class, I let them know right there and then. It's
Mm-hmm.
a very slow pace because it's not like a salsa class or
Yeah,
bachata class where they show you a pattern, you practice the pattern, and then you feel like yay, you know.
yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
it's a class that really breaks down the movement to the core.
Okay.
So
Yeah, like, yeah,
exactly. If I had level, the thing also is because I don't have levels, and I put it intentionally.
that's
Um,
good, by the way, because everybody's different. I feel. I don't
exactly,
know.
exactly.
Yeah.
I did that intentionally because, or else people's mindset when they get in the class is like, okay, I finished the first cycle, now I'm at level two, and
Yeah.
like you said, it's different for everybody. Somebody
It is.
may take 3 months, somebody
Mm.
else a year. I've had
Yeah.
a year. Um,
Okay.
but you are exactly where you need to be. Um,
You're so kind. You're being too kind to me, but thank you.
no, no, no.
I feel like you are.
Mm-mm. It took me, okay. I have a background in dancing. So,
Okay.
I did the typical parent thing for dancing. So the ballet when you were, a little girl,
Yeah.
all the way to 16, then jazz,
Aw.
then contemporary, and in between all this, I had the background of Haitian folklore with my
Mm.
grandmother. And
Okay.
then when I got to be like a teenager, then I started going into kizomba. Then I started to learn, more compa. Then I got into salsa, bachata, merengue,
Mm-hmm.
and I've learned all those dances, proficiently. So
Mm-hmm.
coming into like Chakacha, I did not know how to dance Chakacha, but
Mm-hmm.
I knew how to dance Mutwashi. See, I did it
Mm-hmm.
backward because being raised in Montreal and there's a very large community, Congolese community, and being that my
I
background,
know.
yes, my
Yeah.
my heritage.
I live in Edmonton, but I have a couple friends that are from Congo, but
Uh-huh,
they were born and raised in Montreal,
uh-huh,
and they came here after. So
yeah.
can you imagine how big the community is? It's
Oh yeah,
insane.
it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
Congolese community, Cameroon, basically all the francophone, um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
French-speaking African countries. You'll have a lot of communities. The community will be large, and also because my heritage also is Congolese, so I was
Mm.
drawn to them. I wanted to know more about the
I
culture.
don't know why, but I thought you were Haitian for some reason.
I am, I am,
Oh,
but
oh,
my
nice.
my ancestors before Haiti,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, so that's amazing. You tracked it down. I don't know how
Yeah,
people.
my dad had it documented. He lost the paper when
Oh,
he traveled to France, of all the places. You
okay.
know, he lost it, but he had the papers. And we're from the Luba. Well, the Lubas
Mm-hmm.
are everywhere, but the Maluba tribe in
Mm-hmm.
Congo. And
Mm-hmm.
on my mother's side is Igbo, Nigeria. So,
Oh,
like, that's my
wow.
ancestry. The ancestry I know, because
Okay. I
we,
know what you mean.
yes.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it could
okay.
be any combination. At one point,
Yeah.
I was asking myself, I wonder if I have East African because I'm so drawn to East
You
Africa,
are. Yeah.
Tanzania, Somalia, Sudan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder if I do. But I guess if I take one of those DNA tests, I'll find out one day. But
And you know what's interesting about me? I'm originally Somalian, but my most of my family live in Kenya.
mhm,
So in terms of I've grown up here, but in terms of culture, I know more about the Kenyan culture as opposed to my own.
the Somali country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't get me wrong. When I went to Kenya I went there for about 5 years and then 3 years at a time.
Uh-huh.
But like what you learn from people is one thing, but it's another thing what you learn from, you know what I mean? Like family values and all that.
Yes.
Yes, it's Somali, but at the same time, the like when it comes to my mother, her core, it's mostly like it's Kenyan. It's as if like she's from there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because she always lived there for I don't know how long now. So
Yeah. So
it's
it's
just
like my parents would say that they've spent now more time in Canada, in Montreal, than Haiti because they left Haiti as teenagers, young adults.
mm,
And now they're in their 70s. They're like, we spend more time living in Montreal than Haiti. Like we're Haitian,
mm,
but we spend more time here,
yeah,
So
yeah,
I get
yeah,
it. I get it. So
yeah. It's interesting.
so it's, you are exactly where you need to be. It's a very difficult dance. Being, and this is my take because being from the outside, like I was not
Yeah,
born in Kenya. It's not like I grew up with my
yeah.
aunties dancing Chakacha or anything like that.
Even me.
So,
Yeah,
I literally was put in it because he saw something. He saw something. He said, "Oh my
he
God,
must have. Yeah,
if you move like a Taita woman." He's like, "I have
yeah,
to train you." Okay.
yeah.
And I know how long it took. And I was cocky. I was like,
Hmm.
I dance already, so,
Yeah,
and I was like 7 years ago, I was like maybe 30, 40 pounds lighter. So it was very
okay.
easy for me to go up, down, and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I danced mutuashi. So when I told him that, he's like, "You dance sukus and mutuashi?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "How do you dance mutuashi? Because there's dancing mutuashi, and then there's actually dancing it well." I said, "Well, I'll go."
Yeah.
I grew up with the Congolese community, and in
Okay.
parties or whenever when we would dance mutuashi, I'd be smack in the middle of it. So I said I
Yeah.
did, and comes out that I had a good base, but I didn't dance it
No.
proficiently. You know. So that's where he was like, okay, I guess it's going to be easier to train you in Chakacha because actually you need to be good in Chakacha and then Mutuwashi will come easy. So I had it back.
Oh, so you did it the opposite.
Yes. So since I already had
Oh,
the little Mutuwashi base,
yeah,
that's why it took me 6 months to,
yeah,
to be like where he judged. He was like, okay, you're badass now. Like you dance better than people from the country that I've seen that claim that they
yeah,
dance it.
yeah.
He gave me his blessing at that point. But that's because
No.
I've had the background. And it
Okay.
took me 6 months. And at 6 months, when he gave me the okay, I didn't feel
Mm-hmm.
like I was ready. I felt like, no, I need more. I need this. I need that. And he's like, don't worry, I'm your mentor. So I'll be there to fill in the blanks when it comes to the cultural part of it and everything. But as far
Yeah,
as execution of the dance, like
yeah.
you're, okay, you got it. So when other people come and I teach the dance, I tell them don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. Like it's literally it takes time. There are
Mm-hmm.
muscles that don't know how to move. You are literally with this class
Mm-hmm.
pinpointing certain muscles that have never been solicited before, and
Yeah.
I'm telling them you got a big part in this. You know.
And Natasha, I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm going through some sort of a release, but I've been getting a ton of cramps. I'm talking about like
Menstrual
as if
cramp.
I'm getting my period. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but it's not there. But I'm getting a ton of it. So I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, when I get it, how is it gonna be? Because, I feel like there's this big storm coming that's about to release within my body. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, because
Well,
I still do practices, right? Whenever I can. And every time I do it, I'm getting that cramp, like that big cramp. And I'm like, it's okay. I just make myself stretch through it and breathe through it.
it
But it's
activates
insane.
everything. Yesterday I was having a class with another lady, and
Mm,
halfway through she's like, "I gotta go to the bathroom," and I'm like, "Okay." Like, okay. She was in the studio, so she just went to the bathroom, and
yeah.
like it doesn't fail every time I take that class. We do chakacha, like I either need to pee or I need to poop. It's like, and I'm like, yeah,
Uh-uh,
because you don't realize how much you engage those muscles and you
exactly.
activate your peristaltism, you know,
Yeah.
or
For
it
me, it's
presses
the
on your bladder.
abdominal wall that's triggering the uterus for me. I don't
Because
know what it is.
all of this, all this part,
Yeah.
all here,
Yeah, that part. Yeah.
back here,
Mm-hmm.
all it comes from the same bundle of nerves. So you have your spine, and then your spine
Oh.
spreads out in like little trees, little dendrites. And
Yeah.
that area has
Yeah.
specific branch, and they're
Okay.
all the same. You know, they have the
Okay.
little, it's like a tree. You have the little branches, but it comes
Okay.
out with the same branch, you know? So
Okay.
that's why if one gets irritated or one gets activated, the other
Yeah.
ones, you know, sometimes will be like activate also. It's like for us women, some of us, when we're about to have our periods, we have
Mm-hmm.
and or we feel like, oh my God, we need to poo, and we're like pooping like there's
Yes.
no tomorrow. That's
Yeah.
because this is getting activated to evacuate, and it's irritating the
Mm.
same nerve ending. So
Okay.
that's why.
Okay. You're making me go through a transformation. Just saying.
This is the nursing part that breaks down everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that. The nursing you comes out.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's why like sometimes people will ask me or will ask me, oh, we're doing this movement. Is this safe? Or we're doing this. How about,
Yeah.
my needs? And I'm like, don't worry about it. I thought about it. I wouldn't make you do it if it was not safe.
Exactly. Yeah.
One movement where we whine with the feet like in fourth position in ballet, like, like crossed. This
Oh, okay.
position
Yeah.
Yeah, this position, I don't make you do it all the time. It's not like the basic position where we can spend 1 hour doing it. This,
No.
we do it because that's just a transition that we use
Okay.
for. Like when we're gonna pivot or
Mm-hmm.
when you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
walk. It's the beginning of how to walk in Chakacha and winding.
Okay.
So how to transfer,
It's hard.
yeah, shift the weight and wind at the same time. But when
Yeah.
we want to show off in this position and we want to go down a little lower,
Mm-hmm.
your legs are not aligned properly. Your legs are crossed. So between your pelvis, instead of being open, now the top of your femur, your hip bone, is
Yeah.
there's a pressure put on it.
It's locked. Yeah.
And your knees also. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have you do this position for 1 hour because now
No.
I know that's gonna put a strain on your ligaments, both knee.
Yeah. And it's easy to get injured. So easy.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
this is something that when I teach it, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna drill this. We're gonna do the movement without winding. Then at
Yeah.
one point we start winding. But this is just
Mhm.
something that we do when we want to show off. Like we're dancing, and then I go, okay, go forward, cross, shift the transfer shift, come back, blah blah blah, back in, 45 or
Oh,
back in like 90 degrees, back in. We don't stay in this position because I don't want injury, and I don't want people to say like, ooh, let me show off and whine like this because that's the difficult one. And then you stay in
okay.
this position and then you injure your knees or your pelvis. So,
Yeah, which you don't want. Okay.
yeah. So don't
Okay.
worry. I mean, it's difficult. The first 8 weeks, I don't know if I told you that, but I know I repeat it all the time. The first 8 weeks, you barely scratch the surface.
Oh,
Yes. Yes. So if you feel like, wait a minute, this is class
and
six.
here I thought that I was supposed to be so much further ahead.
Oh, no, no. The
Yeah.
first 8 weeks, you barely scratch the surface because you have
Mm.
to, one, be aware of your body and your surrounding. You have
Yeah.
to appropriate how your feet, the contact of your feet with the floor. How do you find your stable ground this way? It sounds
Hmm.
it sounds very simple, but when
It's
it's
not.
not. It's
I
not.
know it's not because you have to concentrate, right? So
Exactly.
it's not easy. Yeah.
Standing normally, of course, there's no, unless you have a brain injury or something, of course it's easy.
Yeah.
You've learned how to
Yeah.
stand since you were, what, 6 months or even younger. Your parents would stand you, and then you've learned to stand on your own, and then it's been years, you know how to
Yeah.
stand. But
Mm.
putting yourself in a different position to realign your center of gravity,
Hmm.
stay in that position, be stable in that position, and then isolate certain part of your body to continue to have a perpetual movement. It's
Hmm.
not easy. So
No.
in the beginning, that's one thing that you have to learn how to do because you haven't done it before. Then after
Yeah.
that, it's all the post posture. Like you hear me go, your back, keep your back straight, tatas up, arms up.
Evenly. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can be saying that for weeks. And a lot of times I'll tell you, some of the students that stayed on cycle, maybe 2 or 3, I'll point out to them, I said, notice how I don't correct you on your posture anymore. And then they'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't hear you anymore like an echo in my ear. going
It's
like,
funny you saying that because when I'm practicing, I hear you in my ears. Right, you're back. You're leaning
yeah,
over. You're back.
back
Straighten your
straight.
back.
Squeeze that scapula, squeeze that scapula. Don't push your
Yeah.
butt out. Don't forget to breathe. That's something else sometimes I tell them because I will see
Yeah.
their face like this and I'm like,
Yeah.
breathe, breathe, Don't forget to
Yeah.
breathe. Shoulders
Yeah.
down, open up, open your chest. Don't open your chest.
Yeah.
Tighten that 12, like you hear me all the time repeating those things. It's not like to go like, oh, you're not doing it well. I have to point it out to you. No, I have to repeat it to you because then
Yeah.
autocorrect yourself. Eventually, it comes by yourself. You'll think about
Yeah.
it. You take your
Yeah.
stand, and then you'll be like, check yourself, scan your body. You'll squeeze your scapula. You'll lower your shoulders so you can square them, and
Yeah.
you'll know, you know. And then it'll come to something else. You have to learn how to tighten your abdominals, which
Yeah.
is not something that we've learned. We learn how to do
No.
crunches, but we don't know how to do reverse crunches. We don't know how.
No.
Yeah, we don't know how to
Exactly.
activate the obliques while we're standing. We don't know how to do that. So you have
Mhm.
to learn how to do it. So the mind first has to figure out what this has to move, then this has to answer to this.
Mhm.
And once it answers to this, now it has to get used to it. It has to
Yeah.
start conditioning itself. And then
Mhm.
you put it all together.
Mhm.
So it's not easy. You are exactly where you need to be. I repeat all the time to my student, every level is a level. So
Okay.
if your level is, wow, this week I'm able to stand and keep my balance and not topple over or not feel like
Mhm.
I'm going forward or back, that's
Yeah.
the level that you owned. You've owned
Okay.
it. So now you put it in your bag, you can build on it. If the
Okay.
following week it's, being able to keep your chest open and I would say almost in I don't want to use the term arrogant because there's no arrogance in Chakacha.
No, it's
Confident.
just yeah,
When
confident.
you keep your tatas up
Yeah.
and you open your arms and you're confident, your neck is standing straight and you don't
You know, it's
slouch your
interesting.
your
I'm
shoulder.
usually I'm hiding it usually when
Yeah,
I'm walking
oh,
around because I have big ones, right?
yeah,
I want to
I know.
display them.
I was told my daddy kept on telling me growing up, stop presenting them like watermelons on a plate.
Yeah,
So
my mom.
so I know trying to
Yeah,
minimize them all your life you have a posture that tries to minimize your chest
exactly.
because you're like you
It's so
don't want it.
easy to round your yeah.
And no, in Chakacha, it's you got it, you flaunt it. Woof, put them out. And I tell them, tatas out, ladies, tatas out. Because when your tatas are out, your
Yeah,
back is straight, you have more of a tendency to squeeze your scapula. And when
yeah.
you that squares your shoulders, So don't worry about it. Actually, today we are going to drill, drill, drill.
Okay, let's do this.
Drill, drill, drill.
Okay.
So let me just, it's my laptop.
Okay.
So you're gonna stretch first.
Okay.
Where's my stretchy song? That's funny. I don't have my stretchy song in there.
Oh,
Let me see. Okay, Kwame. Um, stretches. Turi. No, Kwame. Okay. No, that's not the one. What happened to my summer window? Oh, I'm just looking for the one song that I want. Did he pull this thing? No, there it is. Okay, why didn't it show up before? All right. All right. Watch that. Both ankles. Relax your back and drop. Left side. Slowly bring them back up. Flatten it. Right here. And go up slowly. One foot forward, one foot back. Parallel. Arms come up. Launch down. There you go. Come up. Opposite leg. Put the leg far back. Up and back. Feel that stretch in the front of your pelvis. And bring both legs together. Back. 90 degrees. Make sure it's on repeat. Nope. Okay. 90 degrees. Arms forward. Okay. On toes. And go down. As low as you can go. Back is straight. 1, 2. Okay. Back straight. There you go. Keep that back straight. Arms open, chest open. Squeeze that scapula. Hold that movement right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly come up on count of 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again. On toes. And go down. 1, 2, 3. Keep that back straight. And hold. 2, 3. Come back up. And up. 2, 3, and 4. Breathe. Come back again. On toes. 1, 2. Go down. 3, 4. Back straight. Back straight. Sit in that pelvis. Squeeze that scapula. Open your hands. You are there to receive and to give. Don't break your wrist. Open. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back up. 2, 3, 4. Yes. Wide stand. Back is straight. Same arms are open. Your hands are open. Your wrist is not broken. Your wrist is open. Yes. Okay, on toes. And go down. 1, 2, 3. Back straight. 4. Hold. 2. Yes. 3, 4. Come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Again. Open those arms. On toes. And go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Keep that back straight. Come back up. 2, 3, 4. Yes. All right. Let's warm up the pelvis now. We warmed up the legs, warm up the pelvis.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. All right. 90 degrees. Bend in the knees. Slight bend in the knees. Open your arms for balance. There you go. 5, 6, slow winding. Start at 9. Bring it to 12. Bring it to 3. Slow. 6. I'm only at 6. And 9. All right, again. 9. Bring it to 12. Slowly to 3. And then 6. Slow winding. Back straight. Stay there. Feet a little closer together, yes. 90 degrees. Boom. Listen to the music. It's very slow. The tempo is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the tempo, okay? So it's gonna be a slow wind, no isolation.
Okay.
Slow wind. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So begin. Let's go. So one smooth motion.
Oh, I thought we were doing pause. Okay.
No isolation. One smooth motion.
Okay.
90 degrees on toes. Bend. Yes, a little lower. There you go. Make sure your back is straight. 5, 6, 7, and go. Start at 9. Bring it to 12. 3, and then 6. Go back 9. Bring it to 12. Smooth. 3, then 6. 9. Bring it to 12. 3, then 6. Yes, the legs. Ready? 90 degrees. Down. Back is straight. Tatas up. 5, 6, 7, and go. Start at 9. Bring it to 12. 3, then 6. Back to 9. Bring it to 12. 3, then 6. Again, 9. Bring it to 12. 3, and 6. Get your broom.
Sorry?
Get your broom.
Okay.
Yes. Because your pelvis is going side to side.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
I've been practicing with this broom too.
Broom will be your friend. Oh, wait. It's close to your body?
Yes.
Okay. Elbows up? Yes. Feet 90 degrees. Where's my broom?
Hey.
Okay. There we go. 90 degrees. Smack in the middle. Bend. Knees outward. And let's begin. 9. Bring it to 12. 3. Then 6. Don't keep it aligned. Keep it aligned with your body. If you see that it goes a little bit like this, it's because you're pushing your pelvis. So you keep it here, you're in a cylinder. It's 9, bring it to 12, 3.
So I'm just supposed to squeeze the obliques then. I'm supposed to just because I'm used to pushing it sideways.
Yes, no, don't push. Just squeeze your oblique. It's gonna feel like it doesn't move that much.
Nothing will move then.
Yes,
I feel.
it will. Eventually it will.
Okay.
This is what's gonna happen. Instead of seeing a big move,
Yeah.
but this is because you're pushing your pelvis. You're gonna see
Yeah.
a slider movement, but a better quality movement. The movement is gonna stay within the circle of the broom.
Yeah.
See how it moves? It doesn't move
Yeah.
that much.
Okay.
Okay, these don't work um, as much yet. The lower you go and the more you tighten your 12, the more you get an amplitude. Okay? The original movement, 9, when you begin on your left side, that's to
Yeah.
shape the movement. So you can get that movement started.
Okay.
Your mid abdominals, 12, that's what's
Yeah.
going to give you your amplitude.
Okay.
So if the stronger your 12, your mid abdominals become, the better you are at isolating it and dropping and tilting your pelvis, the
Yeah.
more you're gonna see the amplitude of your movement, the wave, how deep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
3 o'clock or your right side.
Yeah.
That's to maintain the control.
Okay.
Started here, you give it amplitude, you maintain control on the other side. And 6, just transfer the movement back. Okay?
Okay.
So when your 9 and your 3 are not
Yeah.
strong,
Yeah.
you're gonna see that the movement, you're gonna feel like it's not moving that much. It is,
Yeah.
it is. It's just learning how to do it. The stronger they get, the more you
It
see
gets
the
to
wave.
move.
The
Oh,
lower
because
you
you're
go,
feeling the terrain.
the lower you go, the
Yeah.
more you have an amplitude. The higher you go, the less of an amplitude you have because your legs are getting straighter.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. So room up front. There you go. And let's go. 9. Bring it to 12. Bring it to 3. Bring it to 6. One smooth motion. 9.
Okay.
So don't stop, isolate. There you go. 9. Bring it to 12. So smoothly, yes. Bring it to 3. Smooth, yes. Bring it to 3. And 9. Keep it centered. You're not centered. I can see the broom on the side. There you go. Again. 9. Bring it to 12. Bring it to 3. Keep it centered. Keep it centered. Keep it centered. Keep your pelvis facing me. There you go. 9.
Okay. Hold on. Ooh, it's so tricky. Okay.
9, 12, 3, 6. That was better. 9, 12, 3, 6. Don't push. Keep
I
it
can't
there.
help it. I'm used to pushing.
And I'm gonna remind you all the time until
Okay.
until until you're not gonna hear me say it anymore. That means that you don't do it anymore.
Don't push. Okay.
Yeah. But as long as I say, don't push your pelvis, don't push your pelvis, because I noticed that there's a little movement where your legs push your pelvis. It's not your legs that generate the motion. It's your
Okay.
abdominal. It's your
Okay.
abdominal. That's what generates the motion, so that you can use your legs to walk and still be able to whine.
Okay.
If you use your legs to initiate the movement, then the movement is not as good.
Yeah. I noticed it's gonna be all over the place.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you use this. This just follows. Okay?
Okay.
Again. There you go. Make sure your broom is centered, that it's not off-sided. Yep. Centered. There you go. And go. 9. Bring it to 12. Don't push. Bring it to 3 and 6. Yes. 9. Bring it to 12. Bring it to 3. Don't push. Yay. 6. Better. 9. Bring it to 12. Keep that torso not moving. 3, then 6. Your upper body does not move. It doesn't try to get, it doesn't try to help out. Nope, it stays there.
Yeah.
It stays there. It does not move.
Okay.
Again.
It's more like doing this. Sorry. I just want to show you something.
Yeah, having the broom up.
Like this.
This is good for your upper body posture so that
Put. What do
so
you
your
think? I don't
shoulders stay
know. I
put.
just thought about it because I can't help but like I always want to do this every time.
Yeah, this, and
Yeah.
I do it here. I do it here when I
Oh,
do it,
do this?
not
Okay.
there, here. Okay, and align with your back. See,
Okay.
not here. Align with your back, right there.
Okay.
Okay. When you do this, your
Mm-hmm.
upper body, that checks in your upper body. So let's say you're practicing. I would tell
Yeah.
you practice with the broom in this position because this
Okay.
position is for this accountability. This is what this is accountable for. It
Okay.
helps you center.
Okay.
This helps you to maintain your torso straight. But if you have a tendency to do this, you're still
Yeah. Then it's a problem.
yeah, you're still gonna do it. This is gonna give you a visual. If you go off center, you see it.
Okay.
So then you can stay here. Now,
Okay.
yeah, your torso may do this. Remind
Yeah.
yourself. Remind yourself. So I'm gonna send you some little short snippet of videos of when I used to drill some of the ladies in the class where we did it with this. This
Okay.
back straight. We could do like 10 minutes of warming up, 10 minutes with the broom, 10 minutes here.
Oh.
Like we would break it down. And then the
So
rest of the class on the wall. We would do wall exercise.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why my classes used to be
I
2
was
hours.
there with you.
It used to be 2 hours. After we do all this, the next hour,
Seriously?
yeah, the next hour I would make it a drilling. It was
Yeah.
a free drilling. It was
Yeah.
not part of the class. It was a free drilling
Okay.
because we are a small community doing Chakacha.
Yeah.
It's not like I can tell them, oh, on Monday night, this lady has a Chakacha class. You can go and practice with the students there. I can't.
Yeah.
So I have to offer this, so
Oh.
that one, they can see that there are others doing it with them. It,
Yeah.
there's strength in numbers when you see
Yeah.
that you're not the only one. It was hard practicing being alone with Brayo. They had nobody to rely on, and he's brutal.
Self. Yeah.
So it was hard. But having a class, and we would put sukus, we would put dombolo, we would put chakacha, tarabu, all the
Nice.
different kinds of music and
Yeah.
dance. It would not be a class. I would just bark out, okay, whine, whine. And if I want you to whine the whole song, whoever can do it, you stay there. And we whine,
Mhm.
and we whine. You would have got, after maybe 30 seconds, somebody would like, whoa, whoa, okay, good, get back into it. Whine,
Yeah.
whine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's the only way you're gonna be comfortable with it is by doing it.
Keep pushing it. Okay.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So keep your broom. Let me just put some music. My laptop always go. All right, let me see. Aquí wewe oficial. Hello? Nope, this one doesn't want to work. Okay, which one then? Oh, I know why. Okay, this is not Chakacha, it's actually Mutuashi. But this is one of the songs that I have them practice and just keep winding. You know? At your white stand. White stand. Bend your knees. 5, 6, 7, go. 9. Bring it to 12. Bring it to 3. Stay centered and 6. Again. 9. 12. 3. 6. A little faster. 9. 12. 3. 6. 9. 12. 3. 6. Okay, 9, 12, 3, 6, and 9, 12, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6. Don't forget 6, 9, 12,
Oh,
3, 6. Stay at the same level. Don't come back up. Stay at the same level. Yes. 5, 6, 7. Let's go. And 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. You got it. You got it. You got it. 5, 6, 7, and go. 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, you get your inner thighs working. Yes.
yeah. Very much.
All right, let's go. 5, 6, 7, go. And 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6.
Oh,
Yes, 9, 12,
sorry, give me
3.
1 second.
Yeah, building your endurance.
Oh, okay.
All right, heels down. Keep your
Okay.
heels down.
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. 5, 6, 7, go. And 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6. A little lower. There you go.
Oh, it's killing me. Oh, I guess I
Shake,
need to
shake,
do more squats.
shake
But
your
this is not
thighs.
even the same as squats.
Huh?
I feel this is not even the same as squats.
Well, the posture is not the same exactly, but the same
Yeah, because
muscles are
it's
involved.
working the inner thigh as opposed to the
Yeah.
quad.
That's because the squat, a regular squat, when you go in squat, it's mostly your quads
Straight.
and your hamstrings. When you're dancing
Oh,
Chakacha, but when you do squats, this does not move. This only moves like a hinge. That's
yeah,
it. When you do Chakacha, this is what generates the movement. Not only
yeah,
are you supporting yourself like a squat, but you
yeah,
also have to activate all your accessory muscles in order to get that winding going. So activating all those muscles,
yeah,
all of them, inner thighs, outer thighs, booty, abdominal, definitely, because they're the generators,
yeah.
all of them work. So that's why you feel it in your inner thighs. And the ladies, when we would dance, I would tell them, after a while, you're gonna see your thighs are gonna get a little bigger, but you're gonna see more definition in your thighs. You're gonna see that inner thigh definition because
Oh,
each and every one of them are moving. It's not just one, it's not like you have to do squats, then get on another machine, do abductors,
yeah,
another machine, do this. You
yeah.
get an all-in-one with Chakacha.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're gonna continue with this. Next week, we're gonna do some wall. We're gonna do breathing.
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce you to breathing. Well, it's not really introduction, but it helps. I don't
Yeah.
I don't start with breathing from the beginning of the class because
Oh,
it would be way too much.
okay.
Try to think about your feet. Don't move
Okay.
your legs. Back is straight. Tata is up. Don't scrunch your shoulders. Tighten
Yeah,
your
it's too
12.
much
Tighten
different
your
though.
3.
Yeah,
Don't forget to breathe. Breathe. Don't forget. Breathe in.
yeah,
Breathe out. Pelvis in. Pelvis. It'll be too much. So you
yeah.
have to have a certain level of familiarity with the other stuff before introducing breathing where you breathe in with one movement and out with the other. Usually you breathe in when you start at 9 and out when you reach to 3, when you slow wind. You breathe in, your pelvis comes up, breathe out, you release.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that next week. Let me just find my phone. There you go. I think that's the one. Oh. All right. Up. Right stand. On toes. Back.
Uh,
Yeah. Keep your back straight. 5, 6, 7, go. 9, 12, 3, 6. It's slow. 9, 12. Control, control. 3 and 6. Bring it back to 9. Then to 12. Yes, yes. Then 3. Then 6. Again. 9, 12, 3 and 6. Smooth, smooth. 9. Bring it to 12. Yes. Bring it to 3. Bring it to 6. One more time. Bring 9 and 12. Back straight. And 3 and 6. One more time. And 9. Whoa. Shake the
sorry, give me
leg.
one second. Whew. Okay.
Shake the leg. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit faster tempo. 5, 6, 7, go. 9, 12. Okay, we're gonna go faster. So it's gonna be 5, 6, 7, go. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. Yes. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. Keep it straight. 3, 6. Yes.
Whew.
Shake, shake, shake.
Okay.
On toes. Back is straight. Hold it right there. 5, 6, 7, go. And 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6.
Whew.
9, 12,
Sorry.
3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake.
Yeah. Mm, mm.
9, 12, 3, 6. Bring your legs 90 degrees. Put them close. On toes. 5, 6, 7, go. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12. Nice. 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. Smooth. Yeah, the legs are saying no.
Yeah, but I'm the boss.
Yes.
Whew. Okay.
5,
Done.
6, 7, go. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6.
Oh,
9, 12, 3, 6. Let's go. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3. Keep that back straight. 12, 3, 6. Again. 9, 12, 3, 6. Again. 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. Control. 9, 12, 3, 6. Again. 9, 12, 3, 6. Again. 9, 12, 3, and 6. Yes. Woo! Yes.
Okay, Natasha, that felt like forever, but that was only like 2, 3 minutes. It felt like forever. I swear to you. Oh, because of the amount. Oh, I'm feeling the pain. That's why.
Yes. And when you feel the pain,
Yeah,
you try to distract yourself. You're gonna see the breathing from next week when we go into breathing. I
yeah.
use that as a distraction tool for
Oh,
my
okay.
student when they starts to hurt. When they start to
Okay.
be in pain, I tell them go into deep breathing.
Okay.
Or when they're, oh yeah, I worked you today.
God. Do you see the amount of sweat?
Yes, yay. when when I go into I do the breathing with them, and then after
Yeah.
that, I tell them from that point on, now that I've shown you the breathing techniques, when I say like we're winding, and then I go, okay, we're gonna go a little deeper, because I can be here with them. We're winding. And then I go, okay, get ready, we're gonna go deeper. Then you would take a couple of quick breaths,
Okay.
anticipating you're gonna now ask your muscles a little bit more than what they're doing. When you
Okay.
take those quick breaths, you
Yeah.
bring oxygen really quick to the muscle.
Oh, okay.
Don't do it throughout the whole song because you're gonna hyperventilate and you're gonna feel dizzy.
Yeah.
You just do it right before you start going a little deeper in the movement. When you're
Okay.
here, let's say you're here, and it's been
Yeah.
2 minutes, and
Yeah.
it hurts, and it's starting to hurt. Then you go
Yeah.
to deep breathing. Now,
Oh.
concentrate on the count for the deep breathing. And by the time you're done with one cycle,
Yeah.
21 seconds, you've
Mm-hmm.
added 21 seconds to your winding. If you're able to
Okay.
go through another cycle of deep breathing while you're winding, you just added a 42 seconds.
Okay.
And that's how you distract yourself from your muscles when you switch it to breathing.
Okay.
It'll be hurting, but you're thinking about, let me breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold my breath, 2, 3, then
Yeah.
breathe out. By the time you're done, oh, look at that. I was gonna stop, like, I don't know, 12 seconds ago, and I was able
Yeah.
to add a 12 seconds to my wine.
Oh.
That's where the breathing comes in. And that breathing
Okay.
is not just for Chakacha, it is actually yogis. It's yoga technique when you breathe.
Okay.
But I put them into Chakacha also.
Yeah.
One, I tell my students, get in the habit of not just doing it when you dance Chakacha, but throughout the day. It calms your central nervous system down. And that's why when it calms your central nervous system down, it calms also influx to pain. That's
Yeah,
why
because
you're able.
perception is here.
Exactly.
Literally.
It's literally
Yeah.
mind over matter. I'm like,
Yeah.
when you are somewhere, let's say you're at
Yeah.
work, and you
Yeah.
have a coworker that gets on your last nerve, and
Yeah.
you feel like I'm gonna go get on this one, I swear to God.
Oh, trust me. The
And
Mizungu's here. I know. I know how that feels.
yeah, you'll be like about to catch these hands. You take
Yeah.
a couple of deep breaths. I'm like, it's not just a joke when people go like, breathe in, just breathe,
Hmm.
bring it back. No, you literally stop and you do a cycle of deep breath, and it calms your nervous system down. And then
Mm.
walk away. That's what helps to calm down. Same thing, apply it to dancing. When you feel like it hurts, I'm about to just stop. But you want to challenge yourself. You want to go a little further. Add
Yeah.
that. That's a tool. Add some breathing. Now it's time to start thinking about my breathing, because while I'm thinking about my breathing, I'm calming my nervous system down. But at the same time, I added a couple more seconds to my endurance.
Okay. Okay.
And then your muscle, instead of going pain, stop, and then you stop, your muscles go pain, stop, you continue. And then the
Okay.
muscle will be like, okay, I guess it's not this. I guess it's that length that we have to memorize as a threshold.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
how you're able to, add endurance to your dancing.
Okay.
Because when we're performing and we want to show off our skills and it
Yeah.
hurts, you can't stop on
You
stage.
can't stop. Exactly.
You can't stop
You
on
gotta
stage
keep
and go like,
going.
oh, let me shake my
Exactly.
thighs a minute. No, you can't. You just have to continue. So then
Yeah.
my performers, I tell them, when I say we're winding for 16 counts, you're winding for 16 counts. If it hurts, kick in with your breathing because you're gonna wind for 16 counts. We have 16 counts to wind, you know?
Oh,
So yeah.
okay. It sounds like more like boot camp for the body, like in a different way. Does that
Uh-huh.
make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
I don't know if I don't know if you'll see it. There is, I have I don't know that this camera is big enough. Hmm, 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 hmm. Maybe not. Can it turn around? Let's see.
Oh, you see me. Hello.
I'm trying to show you the poster. There you go. The poster is behind
Oh,
my camera.
okay.
Oh, you can't see the writing there.
Probably. It's
Yeah,
right behind the screen. That's why.
yeah, it's behind the screen. But what
Yeah.
it says is part of women wellness through waist winding. And that's how literally how I've always pushed Chakacha, women wellness. And when they sign up for the class, I tell them it's going to be a full body workout. You may not realize it in the beginning. See, I'm sweating too. You may not
Oh,
realize it in the beginning,
yeah.
but as you go, you'll see their legs are the first thing that are gonna hurt,
Yeah.
because your big muscles, your quads are there to support your body. So
Yeah.
you're gonna feel it. I'm like, but your abdominal muscles are gonna be working. Your feet, your balance, because you have to balance yourself, your whole
Yeah.
core gets in gears. Your
Okay.
shoulders, your back muscles are working too because you're keeping your posture right there.
Yeah.
And when we get into like performing and we're going to be holding bowls and everything, you have to hold
Yeah.
the bowl a certain way. You can't just slouch with the bowl. You have to hold
No.
it a certain way.
Yeah. With your head up high. Yeah.
Exactly. So your muscles, your shoulders get toned also. I'm like, if you do this dance, you practice it regularly. And regularly, I mean, a good 15 minutes a day.
Yeah.
There's certain days that you go, like me, when I begin, I'll go an hour. Because
Okay.
by the time I do all my exercise to warm myself up, it's been an hour.
Okay.
By the time you start going up, down without winding to warm up the quads, that's
Yeah.
about 10 minutes, a
Okay.
song twice. Then
Yeah.
after that, slow winding or isolating, I can do it for two songs. That's another 10 minutes.
That's true.
Then I get on the wall, I do some wall exercise, maybe another 10 minutes. Next thing you know, 30 minutes has passed.
That passed. Yeah.
Then I just put music and I just whine to get a better quality of my movement. And just
Mhm.
like anything, the more your body warms up, the better you see the movement coming. Like you start seeing when I stop sometimes classes or when I do private, when I'm like, okay, we're good, we're good. That's when we've gone beyond quality of movement. Now your muscles are fatigued.
Mhm.
Now the muscles will not respond. Like when I do boot
Mhm.
camps and the boot camps are about 2 hours, I can tell by an hour and a half, people are so tired. So that's why we put music and we just dance a little bit more at the end without so
Yeah.
much drilling because I can tell the
Okay.
muscles are fatigued. They can't stay no more. But
Okay.
that's you do this
That's
about
one fun.
20 minutes a day. You see the difference after a while. And
Yeah.
it
I'll start doing it first thing in the morning just to help myself.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, just to get myself going for the day, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it gets going, and then as you do the class with me, in the beginning you hear me a lot saying, keep your back straight, squeeze that scapula, squeeze that scapula. Don't shout your shoulder, don't slump your shoulders. Don't forget, knees open, stay down, don't move up.
Mhm.
But with time, you hear me less saying this. You're going to hear me more telling you, keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to
Mhm.
that movement
Okay.
going. We're going a little longer, 10 seconds more, and then I'll be counting it because everything else about the posture will get better with time.
Mhm.
And
That's
then
true.
it'll be a case of, all right, now let me concentrate on my movement. And when you
And
get,
I've noticed too, the more you move lower, the easier the winding gets. And I'm
yes,
like, legs, why can't you respond? Stay
because
low.
the legs have to build endurance. That's
Yeah.
that's the beauty and difficulty of Chakacha. The legs have
Yeah.
to build endurance. That's why when you go and you perform, I will always use when I perform for the African community
Yeah.
because they know it's not like when I perform for a white community that have no
Yeah,
idea
it's
what I'm
different.
doing.
Yeah.
I do it to the best of my ability and to do good quality because I know people are recording. I know
Yeah.
that it might end up somewhere else, but
Mm-hmm.
also because I represent this dance. I don't want to do anything half-assed. But when I
Mm-hmm.
dance for the African community, when it's festival in the African community, I'm on point because
You gotta be
I
on point.
I
Exactly.
know I'm gonna be now they're gonna be eyeballing me and slicing it and dissecting it. And the thing is that the longer you go, when they cheer you, it's different. White community will be like, "Oh my God, this is so sexy! I want to do this."
Exactly.
African community
But the
will be
Africans
looking
is
at you. They'll
like,
be like,
she got it.
"Whoa, she's still going," because
Yeah.
they know, like, "Oh my goodness, like your
Yeah.
thighs must be like rocks.
Yeah.
You build the endurance. Oh, you're still standing. Oh my God!" And then they start giving you money
Yeah.
because they're appreciative. They're like, "We
Exactly.
know how long it took for you to get there. For us
Yeah.
to enjoy seeing this,
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
you know."
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
appreciation is different. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why you get to, with Chakacha, you get to build your endurance and
Mm-hmm.
then this will come. But while you're building this, work on this too.
Okay.
Because the more your legs build the endurance, the lower you can go, the longer you can stay. But if you've been working on your pelvic and your abdominals, then you see your movement coming in and you see it coming in smooth. And then,
Smoother.
yes, and then at one point you'll be like, well, look at this. You, you'll be looking at
Surprise
yourself.
myself now. I'm like, wait, the lower I get, the easier it is. Why can't I stay low? But then the legs are not
Yes,
cooperating. So
yes.
that
And
means I
once
need to
your,
work on the legs,
yeah, and once
meaning the
your
wall
legs get
stands a lot more.
wall exercise, wall squat, winding on the wall. If you go to the gym, to do some squats and everything, stretching. That's something else that I need to stretch also.
Really?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Stretching. I would
Okay.
tell you in the morning, if you want to have a routine and you want to incorporate Chakacha,
Yeah.
maybe like a 5 minute stretch.
First.
Yeah, I would tell
Okay.
you block a 30 minutes.
Okay.
So a 5 minute stretch,
Okay.
10, 15 minutes of drilling, winding, tightening your muscles, working your endurance. Let's say today you decide you want to try to stay longer, lower. Tomorrow you want to make your quality, like your abdominal muscles move better. After
Hmm.
that, keep yourself a good 15 to 10 minutes for stretches, like slow stretch, where you're in a position and you do some passive stretch, especially for your thighs, your quads,
Okay.
your back,
Okay.
because as your muscles get stronger and
Yeah.
build, and then they have a tendency to contract
Okay. And get tightened.
and get tight. And
Okay.
then when they're tight, they
Yeah.
pull your ligament. When they pull on your ligament, when you're
That's me.
moving, you're gonna feel like you're stiff.
Yeah.
But
And
when,
that and it's also painful. I
yeah,
can't explain this. Yeah.
yeah,
Because it's like moving through bricks, basically, to
exactly.
get that tightness away. Yeah.
So when you stretch, you
Yeah.
help your muscles elongate. When it elongates, your muscles can build a little bit better, and then
Yeah.
your joints, because of the ligament, are not put through so much stress, and you will find that your movement will be easier. So all those pelvic, those hip openers as exercise are
Yeah.
really good, so that your hip can float better. As your
Easier.
movement comes in, yeah, your hips can move easier because it's not.
Those you said those hip opening exercises, are they more like yoga
Well, yoga
or
has a lot of them in it, but it's stretching, passive stretching. I
oh,
will look up for some and send them to you because when you're sitting with
please.
your legs open 90 degrees as far as you can, open them and then slowly you let your weight go on one side and you can hold it there for like 15, 30 seconds. And
Like
then
with your legs up
mhm,
or like just now like this?
just like this. Yeah,
Okay.
like this. Like if you
Okay.
have your legs straight, move
Yeah, I
forward
do.
to help open up your back. for the vertebrae.
Okay. Natasha, how do you stretch here? Like like on top of your bum,
The
basically.
tailbone. Okay, the
Very,
stretch.
yeah, very low back, where the
This is
tailbone
the
sticks out.
stretch that this is the stretch that my grandmother actually taught me when I was pregnant because
Okay.
this part was hurting a lot. And this is the
Okay.
stretch
Yeah, because
that
my back goes in like this and it hurts a lot.
yeah. You go and squat. If you're able to go all the way down and squat in front
Okay.
of a chair or a
Okay.
table or something you can support yourself on, and you
Okay.
let your butt drop completely and
Okay.
you round your back.
Oh.
You round your back and then
Okay.
you can rock yourself from side to side. You
Okay.
will feel your tailbone goes in,
Yeah.
your vertebrae round and it opens up and it decompresses your disc. That
Okay.
helps release the pain here if
Okay.
there's like some tension right there.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you
Do
hold
you
it.
mind doing it again? I just want to see you doing it.
Mhm. So you go down, you squat
Okay.
down with your
Okay.
heels down. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
Just so you can see my heels. There you go.
Oh, yes. Yes. I
Okay?
see you. Okay.
Down, and then you
Okay.
drop the butt. If you have
Okay.
a table or something or a bench, you hold
Yes.
it and
Yeah.
you just block. Okay? And you let your back
Yeah.
just hang there. Don't allow your knees to go in. Keep your knees
Okay.
back.
Just stay
Okay?
there. Do you move your bum up and down or no? Just leave
No,
it the way it is?
keep it the way it is. You round your back. You can
Okay.
rock yourself from side to
Yeah.
side.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Keeping your heels down.
Okay.
Keep your butt down.
Okay.
Okay? And
Okay.
you hold that position as long as you're comfortable. When it starts to be uncomfortable, you come back up, you move a little bit. But I can tell you that when you come back up, you'll feel like your back, like there's a release in your
I
back.
need that. Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
definitely need that. Okay. Thank, thank you so much, my darling.
You're
Thank
welcome. You're
you again.
welcome.
Next week,
Mm-hmm.
I will be available on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I actually took off every Wednesday and Thursday for for about a month.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now that time has come to an end,
Oh,
but I can do Wednesday every other week. I can't do it every week. So I was wondering, is it possible to do next week on Tuesday instead?
let me see. Tuesday next week will be the 9th.
That's correct.
Okay. I have a class till 11. Then I have
Or any other day that may work for you, you can tell me. I work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday next week.
two.
And my shifts are usually 12 hours long.
Okay. How about Tuesday? Okay, 1 p.m. for me is 11. So how about 10 a.m. for you?
Okay, that works.
10 a.m. That gives me what? That gives noon for me, I
Yeah,
believe.
noon for you,
Okay, yes.
which is 10 for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would work.
Okay. So next Tuesday at 10.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm gonna
perfect. Okay.
I'm gonna move it right now, actually, so that I don't forget. Mm,
Um,
all right. So you put this in it. And we'll play it by ears. Like if there's like the following week, if you need to move it, as long as I know in advance, I can float it.
oh
Be-
yeah, yeah. I will let you know at least a week advance. Is that
Okay,
okay?
that's fine.
Yeah, just so
That's
that we
fine.
can give you enough time, I'm hoping.
Yeah, because with the pandemic, I closed my public classes. So
Oh,
oh yeah, no, I'm not.
okay. How's uh Florida is the worst I heard for the COVID now.
Huh?
According to the news, Florida
Uh-huh.
is the worst place to
Oh
be
yeah.
for the pandemic.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, because people don't care. We basically did not have any really restrictions. It was like the shutdown for us was maybe 2 months, 3 months.
Oh wow.
And after that, the governor was like, the hell with all the restrictions. And it's been a
But then a
battle.
lot of people died.
Yeah, it's been a battle in court for people who say, no, we need restriction, and people
Yeah,
who are like, no, we need to live. Life goes on. So what? They
yeah.
hide the numbers. So we are the worst, but they hide the numbers, even with the numbers being
I was just
tempered
gonna
with,
say that. I feel like that's everywhere. They hide the numbers everywhere.
because it's
It's just
horrible.
that Florida people are not listening. They're trying to make everyone be so scared of going to Florida because of it.
Yeah. And, everything is open. They don't care. My daughters, the first week, when they started school,
Mhm.
actually, I'm about to take one of my daughters and do homeschooling with her because
Oh,
it's causing too much anxiety. She's so anxious. It's not even funny. So
that's sad.
in
That's very
August, they began school. The first month up to mid-October, my daughters have been out of school for 27 days
wow.
because they had to quarantine all the time. They go to school 2 days and then we get a text or an email saying, oh, there was a positive case in their class. So then the whole class has to quarantine for 14 days.
Which is yeah,
They
yeah.
come back, oh, they have to quarantine again. They had just started school and my first daughter caught COVID. And I don't know how she did because she's the one who's most careful, doesn't even go out. She caught
Yeah.
So because she caught it, we all were negative in the house, but still they had to quarantine until
Okay.
daughter number one was better, and then show that they had a negative COVID test after 14 days. So
Okay.
out of like I don't know 35 days of school, they were out 27.
Wow.
That's Florida. So
Wow.
me,
No, and the anxiety that goes with not knowing if you're positive or negative
exactly,
is
exactly,
another thing, especially on a child. That's too much.
a lot.
That's way
And
too much.
with me, with the classes, public classes, when I do my dance fitness classes, people scream in my class. It's Afro beats and paired with cardio. So it's a normal thing in my class to have people, either cheer, whoa, let's go, let's go,
Yeah.
let's go. I'm the first one to run in and out the rows of people and screaming at them and go, let's go, five more, blah, blah, blah. I
Yeah, me
scream.
too.
Other
Me
people
too.
screaming. You burn
Yeah.
about 900 calories in my class. Wearing a mask? Sure, go ahead, do it. But I tried to do it myself and I just about passed out because
Yeah.
it's just too much. Chakacha,
No, it's like you're breathing in your carbon. Ugh.
carbon dioxide, yeah. You know,
Yeah, it's
Chakacha
like
class,
running with your mouth closed. How? Ugh.
it's the same thing. We don't move a lot in Chakacha, but I
Yeah.
can tell you, ooh, I'll send you videos. That's gonna be my homework for this afternoon. Send you videos.
Please, oh, can
People
practice.
scream. People scream. Sometimes we have jokes in my class where we go like, "We're about to deliver a baby." It's active labor because you will hear some of the ladies "Ah!" when their
Oh
legs are
wow.
hurting, and I'm like, keep it, 10 more seconds, keep it," and you'll hear them scream. Now
Yeah.
have like 5, 6 people in my space screaming, and one of them is contaminated. I just put everybody at risk. I create the space. I have to be careful. I
Yeah.
can't I can't be lax about it. I can't be like, well, they signed a waiver. Well, I checked their temperature. So what?
No,
Bullshit. You can have low
no.
temperature, be totally asymptomatic, and have
Yeah.
COVID. And then I create the space for you to come in and come to infect other people. I won't
Exactly.
be I won't be able to sleep at night if I know that
No,
it happened
I
under
wouldn't
my
either.
watch.
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't either. That's a good
I
call.
start my public classes. People are like, oh my God, this is suicide, Natasha. How do you do that? It's been almost 2 years. It's time for you to come back, girl, and everything. And I'm like, I know, I miss it dearly. But unless I have somebody who tells me, here, use my studio, I will not charge you over for using a huge room for 6 clients, unless I have that. But so far, no, because the studio owners, they're hurting too. They need to get their money in. Why would
Yeah,
they give me a discount when they need to pay their bills also?
exactly.
No? So
Exactly.
my option is to hold a class. I do privates only, so,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that gives me a little bit more leeway because it's not like I have blocks that I have to block every week so I can play.
That's true. Well, let me know if My dream is to come have like a physical class with you. And I don't know how I'm ever gonna do that with how life is going right now, but it would be a dream to actually dance with you and to
Yes,
actually get training from you, the queen, in person. Honestly, to me, that would be a dream.
I'm a
So,
minion. I'm a minion in the sea. And see, my dream is to go to Kenya and dance Chakacha with a group from there. And
oh, that would be amazing.
I have
Yeah.
actually the what you call it, the how do they call it? You know how a country, the consulate. I'm thinking in French, consulat, like the Kenyan embassy. Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
embassy
yeah.
in DC. My mentor actually said that they wanted to have me to hire me to do some Chakacha classes and have like a between Kenya and here
Why
because
not?
I, that was my thing. But pandemic
Huh?
hit.
Of course.
Yeah, it's pandemic. I was booked to 2020. I was booked all the way to July.
Imagine that.
Solid. Like every single day, at least 8 hours booked till July.
Yeah.
Performances, weekends, stuff like all booked. Workshops between
Yeah.
Chakacha, Afrofit, and Haitian folk, it was booked. And then with the
Yeah.
pandemic, everything gone.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm okay with that because I'm like, it's life, you know.
I
But
know.
their thing was we can't find somebody in the Kenyan community that can say and show that they've been teaching it and that we can use whatever they've been doing as documentation for us to justify our expenses. You
Yeah.
know, there's plenty of people who teach Chakacha in Kenya or dancing
Yeah.
because it's part
Privately
of the
too.
culture, but it's having a structure, something that's there, that's advertised, that they can say, oh yeah, we've used this person and they have this company, it's been there, da, 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 da. That's what they don't have. So I was
They
like,
don't have that, no. And all the teachings that do, from what I know, from all the teachings that they do, it's usually private. If it's not private, it's professional to a professional so that they can go out and perform,
perform
basically.
together. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm about building it. Just like my mentor says if you don't build, if you don't share, and a little perspective from being on the outside, being adoptive Kenyan, I
I
feel like
agree.
I have even more of a responsibility to share it because I feel like if I'm open to share it, if you're open, then that means I open myself to maybe come in contact with somebody who dances too and who might be giving me pointers also, you know?
Exactly. Because we're
So,
always a forever student. I agree with you.
oh yeah, forever,
Mhm.
always.
Yeah.
And I look forward to that. I'm excited when it's time to work, like when my mentor used to come and he's like, okay, I'm coming this weekend and we're gonna be
Mhm.
working on this, we're gonna be working on that. I would dread it because I know he's gonna kill me, but at the same time, I'm like, yes, we
It's good.
get to
Yeah, because
fine
it's
tune
growth, right?
ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would be
Yeah.
exciting.
It's amazing. I love it. I
All
love
right,
it.
girl. So I'll see you
All
next
right.
week on Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. I appreciate it. Have
Welcome.
a lovely week.
You too. Bye
Bye.
bye.